49ers get the win? They get the win? Are you kidding me? What a game. They put me through hell. They put all of you guys through a misery. 23-20, game-winning field goal by Jake Moody. Just like we all thought, Jake Moody came to play today. He hits the game winner. He missed 3 field goals today, ladies and gentlemen. And I think all of us were sitting here like just going, what is going on? And then Jake the Snake went out there and he kicks the game winner. I don't know what we just saw, but 49ers get the win, and it is crazy, man. Crazy. Ricky Purol made his debut today. It was great to see, or Christian McCaffrey, sorry, just so hyped up. Christian McCaffrey made his debut today, and he really opened up the offense. He had over 100 yards of total offense running and receiving together. He was really kind of opening things up. Then you had Juwan Jennings was making big plays. Ricky Purol made some massive plays. But Brock Purdy, this man was elite. This man was absolutely elite. He had over 353 yards, a 119 rating, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He put that team on his back. A dime to Kittle. I mean, let's talk about George Kittle. This man is the best tight end in the league, hands down. This man is cooking touchdown like every week, it seems. It's nice. The 49ers, it was ugly. It wasn't pretty. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, my God, Niners kicked them in the teeth. It was not pretty, but the 49ers held on to win. The Buccaneers are a tough game, or a tough team, and it was a tough game. I expected it. I expected the Buccaneers to come out and fight. They almost beat the Chiefs last week. Baker Mayfield, man, that guy is fantastic. Hats off to Baker. He made some really insane catches at the end. The 49ers special teams kept them in the game, kept the Buccaneers in the game. And that was it. The special teams, the muff, the missed field goals, those things the 49ers have to change. They have to get better. They cannot continue to just squander the game away from the, special teams. Like, that is what's killing the 49ers. They won it. Thankfully, they needed the dub. But I'm telling you, man, the 49ers special teams is going to be their Achilles all season. It already has been. It's going to be the death of you. It's going to be the death of me. It is very, very frustrating to see the 49ers just struggle the way they have in terms of special teams. But, hey, the 49ers held on to the victory. Big play when it mattered by Nick Bosa. He made pass rush better. At the end, he got, a little bit, rolling. He got on a streak at the end, and that's what really needed to happen. The 49ers were just not able to do anything defensively against the run and the pass early on. But Nick Bosa, when the plays mattered, when it mattered most, made a big-time sack on Baker. That was a huge play. And again, just the 49ers had a lot of chances. They squandered it. They kept the Bucs in the game, and the 49ers have done that throughout the season. They kept the Rams in the game a few weeks ago. They kept the Cardinals in the game, and those games ended up in a loss. This time, the 49ers, they found a way to hang on and escape with the victory, but they did let the Buccaneers, hang around, and that's not what you want. So, oh, man, Jennings. So I'll tell you what, Jennings to me was an absolute key in this game. Like the extra yards at the end of that drive in the fourth quarter, the game-winning field goal. Without Juwan Jennings getting that extra yardage at the end, that field goal probably would have been missed by Moody. He had missed 3 already. His mental was probably not in a good place. It's stressful. He's coming off an ankle injury. He's probably still not 100%, but this is the guy they drafted. He's their kicker. And he missed it. And it's like, oh, my God, he was like, I got to make this kick. So shout out to Jennings for getting that extra yardage. That was clutch money. That was the reason why I feel like Moody was able to make it in that point. I mean, I was stressed. My stomach was in knots. I was screaming. I was like, oh, my God, what is going on? When he made it, I was just like, oh, thankfully. I was just couldn't believe it. Woo! Deebo, though. How about Deebo? Did you see him? Crashed out on Tabor Pepper. Woo! Deebo went all over Tabor, who, he backed up his boy, his special teams guy, and he got in his face. Like, definitely not a good look for this team, a Super Bowl team. You're going to get a little frustrated. You're going to get the emotions get to you. But that was a moment where I feel like Deebo was just so pissed. You missed your 3rd field goal. The Niners were probably feeling the game slip away from them. I don't blame Deebo for getting mad at him. Obviously, the media is going to rip them apart and say, hey, this team's not on the same page. The locker room's not good. You know what? In the heat of the moment, everybody was pissed off, and Deebo was frustrated, man. He was trying his hardest to really do what he could do for this team, everybody on the offense, and Moody kept selling them, man. If they made those field goals, it's not even a close game. Like, the game would have been over a long time ago, and that's the thing. 49ers struggling in the red zone. You're relying on field goals. You're not making them. Other teams are going to hang around. It's hot. It's humid. This team's fighting. It was everything kind of combined, and then just Deebo lost it on him. And I don't blame him. I really don't. Oh, man. Whoo! It was dicey. It was spicy. It was down to the wire, but the 49ers held on, man. The penalties at the end almost sold them. I mean, again, I was sitting there so stressed out, just like every single one of you guys. And I'm sure everybody was like, oh, my God. Yeah, who wouldn't be pissed, says T.O., right? Whoo! Oh, man, it was nice. My take on CMC is it was so great to see him back. He didn't seem like he missed a step. Like the dime to CMC, that was a beautiful play. It opened up the offense. You can see it was unlocking things early on. The offense was moving. Like they were so fluid. They were like clicking and clicking and moving and clicking. It's just they still haven't found out what their identity is in the red zone. It's George Kittle. Just throw the ball to George Kittle at this point. He's going to catch it every single time in the red zone. But yes, Christian McCaffrey, I felt like his presence was definitely there. You could see it was a difference just in the passing game alone. Brock Purdy had 353 yards passing. Was it? I think 70 yards were to CMC. He had a hell of a game. Christian McCaffrey, that 30-yard pass was the big one. I just lofted it up, and he knew it. CMC's going to get this. He knows CMC's going to be there. Now, I want Brock to check it down a little bit more because CMC was open almost every time. And, again, he was a decoy at times. He was there, and the offense was, funneling through CMC. So the defense was like, oh, they got to go to CMC. And then that left Jennings open, left Deebo open, left Kittle open. It was great. I feel like the offense is going to continue to get better and better and better. It was a crazy game. I'm just happy the 49ers survived. They go to 5-5. So if they had lost this game, I mean, it would have been dire straits if they would have lost this game. So I'm happy they won. They needed this win. It was a good win after the bye week. But you can see the 49ers still have a lot of areas to improve on. Run defense and special teams have been abysmal all year, and it continued today. So got to clean it up, man. Got to figure that out. Got to get more pass rush, too. Let's talk about Ricky Purcell. Let's talk about my boy Ricky. Ricky Purcell, man. 5-4, 49ers. 5-4. That's huge. If Arizona, and all these other teams are going to stay close in the record, the 49ers have to continue to win. Let's talk about Ricky Purcell, his first touchdown of his NFL career, and he made some big catches towards the end of the game. Like Ricky Purcell, man, he was getting there. He was getting it. Good to see it, man. Good to see Ricky Purcell. And he said it. He knows he needs to take another step. He knows he wants to be a playmaker. And you could see Ricky Purcell today was just out there kicking it in and trying to do his best. And that touchdown was just like, oh, my God, the speed. He reached 19.2 miles per hour on that touchdown reception. That's quick, man. This guy was zooming. I'm so happy we got this man. Fresh legs. He's an inspiration. He was smiling at the end of the game. There's video of he's just like so happy. I'm sure he was. He got his first touchdown, and he made some clutch catches to help the 49ers win. So Ricky Purcell, man, wide receiver 1 in no time. In a couple of months, next year, whatever, as he continues to grow and get better, this guy's wide receiver 1 of the 49ers. He has a very bright future. The first touchdown of many. I was so happy for Slick Rick today. I mean, when he scored that touchdown, I'm sure every single one of you guys was like, oh, my God. Because I was like, oh, my God, Ricky, man. So happy for that. I was just like, woo, let's go, Ricky. Gave me chills when I saw him score that touchdown. So, yeah, Moody was rough. Luter, special teams was rough, but the 49ers held on to win it. We all know they have to fix special teams for sure. Man, AJ says, I have gray hairs. Appreciate the badge over here on Instagram, Sev. I have gray hairs. That's why I'm wearing the beanie. My hair is a mess. I was stressed out. I was so stressed, man. Oh, God, man. Whew. Moody. Yeah, you know what, though? I'm not going to give any excuses. This was Moody's first game back from the ankle injury. I'm sure that really affected him. I don't think Moody should have played today. Maybe they should have kept Carl Danders on the roster and given Moody a couple more weeks. When you have an ankle injury and you're a kicker and it's an ankle injury on your kicking leg, like, take some time out. I get it. You're the starter and you want to get your job back. But I know he's really good at touchbacks. Like that, the kickoffs were better. Like he can boot the leg out, or boot the kick out because of his leg. It's stronger, for touchbacks and things like that. But you can't be missing field goals. That's bottom line. So maybe he needed a little bit more time. That's all I'm going to say. Or maybe they need 2 kickers, one to kick, kick off, one to kick field goals. I don't know. It was tough. Deebo, he cracked, bro. Deebo crashed out. He was just choked that boy Tabor Pepper out. And then Tabor came right back in his face. He didn't stand down. Like, Tabor not standing down was not on my bingo card. Actually, that was probably the most surprising. Like, I'm not surprised Deebo crashed out on him because Deebo's, he's tough. He's a physical guy. He's angry. He's in the emotions. Well, I was surprised Tabor Pepper was like standing on business. Like, yeah, I'm going to stand up for my guy. I was like, whoa, Tabor. Yo, that was an intense moment. At that moment, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I did think the 49ers were not going to win this game. I was like, they're not going to hold on. The fact, like, it's kind of poetic justice that the 49ers won this game on a Jake Moody field goal, because they probably would have lost this game because of the Jake Moody field goals. Like, it was a wild ending. Like, when I sat there, I'm standing. I'm actually not sitting. I'm standing at, and I'm going, if he makes this field goal, we win the game. Are you kidding me? He kicked it. He made it. And I'm just like, I went crazy. I was just like, I couldn't believe it. The fact that the 49ers won this game off a Jake Moody field goal when he missed 3 field goals in this game. Like, it's mind boggling. That's the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. The NFL is wild. You never know. He missed like wide right, wide left, wide middle. He missed every single angle you could miss. And then he makes the game winner. What a game. What a game. Kevin says they need to apologize. They need to apologize immediately, ladies and gentlemen. Deebo and Tabor, I hope they can mend it up. I want to see a post, special teams appreciation post from Deebo and say, that's my bro. We locked in. Something. They're going to probably repost something and say something on the gram in the next couple of days. But, whoo. Yeah, he semi-redeemed himself. Yeah. When you have that many opportunities, you're going to make one of those kicks as red and gold. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. If you have so many opportunities, you've got to make your kicks. If he would have missed that game winner, they probably would have cut him. I don't think Jake Moody returns on the flight back. If he would have missed that final kick, Jake Moody's not returning to San Francisco, to the Bay Area. He's not. He redeemed himself in that game. I think someone said semi-redeemed himself. There's still some issues because now it's a mental component to his game. And I've said it since they drafted him. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Jake Moody because he was drafted in the 3rd round. No matter how you want to slice it, Jake Moody was drafted in the 3rd round of the NFL draft. It's a lot of pressure on a kicker. And you see it every week. If he misses it, people are going to, they're going to roast him. They're going to, talk trash to him. His own teammate, Deebo Samuel, was at his neck. His own teammate was at his neck, man. Pressure. So, man. It's rough. It's rough. Let's see what some of these comments on YouTube have to say. Let me take a look. It says the fact he almost missed the game-winning field goal. I mean, he almost missed it, but he made it. Let's give him the credit that he deserved. He did make it. Oh, people are not happy on YouTube here. It says Pepper and Deebo all smiles now after the game. They better be smiling after that. They won the game. Deebo was so valid for that crash out, says Sad Niners fan. I think he was valid. I agree. A lot of people were messaging me, I can't believe he said that he did that. I think it was warranted. I would have been pissed off. At that moment, you're so irritated. So Bosa says CG, huge waste of money. I don't think so. I think Bosa made one of the biggest plays of the game. Yeah, he wasn't dominant all game, but the whole team was not dominating on defense. So you got to give credit to the offensive line of the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are good, man. That's one thing you guys got to realize. They're good on both sides of the trenches, defensively, offensively. Tristan Wirfs not playing in that second half was huge, and I feel like Bosa started to kind of cook as he got a little bit more into the game at the end, and he made that big play. But if Tristan Wirfs was in that game the whole game, I don't know if Nick Bosa makes that play. And Tristan Wirfs is that good of a left tackle. He's the game-changing tackle. He was out, and Nick Bosa makes the game-changing play. So that was good. I mean, at the end of the day, Nick Bosa made the biggest play on defense that they needed to make. That's why he gets paid that much. Juwan Jennings won the game, says Gibby. I agree with that. I think Juwan Jennings had one of the most important roles in this game. Without Juwan Jennings, you don't get that field goal close enough for Jake Moody to make it, because he almost missed it, like you guys said in the comments. And I'm glad it was a little bit closer, because had it not been as close as it was, Jake Moody misses that field goal. So shout out to Juwan Jennings. That man being back was massive. This guy was making big play after big play. He is the most underrated player in the NFL. I'm going to say it right now. JJ, good to have him back. Good to have CMC back again, but it's nice to get healthy. 49ers win, and that's all that matters. At the end of the day, we can sit here and trash this guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, but guess what? The 49ers won the game. And that is all that matters, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Man, yeah. Baker Mayfield stiff-arming Nick Bosa. I didn't see that one coming, but Baker's a tough-ass quarterback, man. I'm sure he wanted to give him that. Baker and Bosa have a feud. They got beef. I know last year they said they squashed it, but I'm going to tell you this. I guarantee you Baker in his mind was, I got to get one up. I got to get one up on Bosa, because Bosa, you know, he got the sack. Bucky Irvin, he cooked Bosa, and then Baker, he hit the stiff arm. I know they were trying in their mind to one-up each other. I know they were. They can say they squashed the beef. They have not squashed the beef. It goes way back since college when Baker Mayfield planted the flag. You all know there's beef between them. Baker Mayfield, Nick Bosa, whatever you want to say, they were trying to take, you know, shots at each other in this game as much as they could. Baker got one on him. Nick Bosa got one on him. It is what it is. It was a fun game. Nick Bosa got the big sack that he needed. The 49ers get the win. So at the end of the day, Nick Bosa gets the last laugh. Yeah, good stuff, man. A win is a win. Glad we pulled that one out. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Anyways, you guys have a good rest of your day. I'm going to hang out of here. Just happy that the 49ers won. Ricky Purol, shout out to him. First career touchdown. I'm sure that he's excited, and he'll talk about it tonight. Brock Purdy, elite, 353 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 119 rating, no interception. The man crushed it today. Absolute great performance by Brock Purdy. He made the throws that they needed. George Kittle, this man is a fantastic guy. I'm glad he's the best tight end in the league, and he's on the Niners. They shout out to George Kittle. That touchdown catch was unbelievable. I don't know how he continues to do it. Shout out to Juwan Jennings, man. This man, I'm so happy he's back. And shout out to Christian McCaffrey. He really started to unlock the offense. Shout out to Deebo Samuel. Stood on business today, made some big plays. Overall, the 49ers defense, they made enough plays in the end, and they held on. And shout out to the 49ers for winning this game. It wasn't pretty. It was an ugly win, but you know what? The 49ers had some big plays. And I got to give Renardo Green a shout out on defense. He made some really, really big stops. There was a touchdown-saving PBU in the fourth quarter. That right there, that doesn't get talked about enough. I got to clip that one up. That was one of the biggest plays of this game in the defensive side of the ball from the 49ers. Renardo Green, dog, he's a future starter on this team, whatever. I know he's rotating in and out, but he held his own. I really love Renardo Green. These rookies making some big plays. Dominic Pooty, he was nice today in the trenches. So hats off. These rookies make big plays every single week. Ricky Purcell this week. You know, last time was Isaac Orendo. The secondary's been balling. So shout out to all these rookies. Every week we get something big from one of these guys, and this week was no different. I'm so happy that the 49ers have this draft class, because these guys are all going to be stars. So, whew, y'all have a good rest of your day. We love you. Go Niners. Bang, bang. Nana gang.